algorithm. I'm just following you. It's your show, bruh.
This is not. This is our show.
I am your Ed McMahon.
Stop arguing with me. We didn't even start yet.
It's okay.
All right, here we go.
This is
3,
landed. I'm okay.
2, 1.
It's a Hawaii thing. Whoa, it's a Hawaii.
Welcome to It's a Hawaii Thing. My name's Lanai, and that's Brook Lee. You were Miss Universe, Miss Hawaii, Miss USA, and then you gave those up and you just became Miss Universe. Correct?
Oh, I'm allowed to speak now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I got it correct, right?
You didn't get them in the right ascending order of power, but it's okay.
But when you win Miss Hawaii, do you give it up so you're not Miss Hawaii anymore because you went to Miss USA?
When you win a title and then you win another one, your first runner-up becomes that one. It's like Highlander. There can only be one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
So I'm Miss Universe.
This show is brought to you by Hawaii Votes by Mail. Don't forget, this year you cannot go to a poll. You have to go vote by mail.
And you have to vote.
Yes, please, or else you can't complain.
There's no vote, no grumble.
Are you ready for our guest today?
I'm so ready.
Our guest is awesome. I'm going to give him the best introduction he's ever had in his life.
Wait a second.
I hope he's ready for this. Our guest today, he was recently on a Netflix show called Let It Snow, and I actually watched it. He played a DJ.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's Filipino. How ironic is that? He did a movie called North Woods, Every Day, Bloodfest, Banana Split. He was on Avengers Endgame. He was on Avengers Infinity War. He's probably best known for his role on Spider-Man. He was Spider-Man's BFF.
Ned.
Yes, he was on all of them. The good thing is he's a local boy from Hawaii. He attended Damien High School. Mm-hmm. I tried to go to that school, by the way. And you went to Upper Campus, didn't you?
I graduated from Kamehameha, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jacob Batalon.
Yeah. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
How's that introduction, huh?
Go ahead and correct him.
I mean, honestly forgot how many movies I did. It's just such a blur now for me. I do so many.
Did I say your last name correct?
Yeah, definitely.
It's because you're both Filipino.
Well, I gotta make sure I got it right. I do screw it up time to time.
Because I'm not Filipino, so I wouldn't even try.
Definitely super Filipino, yeah.
So I gotta tell you, after the first Spider-Man, a couple people came up to me and asked if I was related to you.
Seriously?
I promise you. And it's only because of the haircut.
Yeah, I think it's,
okay.
It's a lot to do with, like, people, especially from the mainland, don't really know, like, that a lot of Polynesian people look the same, kind of like they all sort of have the same build, and that's why everyone sort of kind of calls me the Rock.
But they have to ask you what you are, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they just assume like I'm like Hawaiian or like.
Okay, so it's not like you're Hispanic.
No,
that's what I got. Like that's literally what I got.
I mean, sometimes when you're like Hapa, it's like
there's confusion,
Because you're on the East Coast, so usually the deferring of the person of color is either African American or Hispanic, Latinx of some sort. Polynesians, Filipino, that's a little too exotic.
Definitely more on the West Coast.
When I go to LA, people start talking Spanish. When I go to New York, they start talking Puerto Rican or Cuban.
They speak Spanish. Yeah. Puerto Ricans speak Spanish.
I think that's just, melting pot culture is great.
Congratulations on everything, man.
Thank you so much. Really,
man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I was trying to explain to him, like, you didn't go through the system here where you were like doing youth theater and at Diamond Head, and you weren't one of those people.
It definitely
how
wasn't.
Did it happen?
Well, I feel like in Hawaii there isn't really too much of a community for that. I've had more opportunities when I had gone to LA and stuff like that. So it was really it was all really just by chance. I think that I've worked hard to get to where I'm at, and I've gone through school and everything, and I've worked quite a bit. It's just I feel like some people get like the right alignment of stars sometimes. So.
You were studying music, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going to KCC for a bit.
KCC?
And it was really funny about KCC is that they actually, I feel like I just left without telling them that I was leaving. I just like stopped going to school. And while I was like filming the first Spider-Man, like they called me up and they're like, "Hey, you didn't sign up for your next semester. Are you like still coming back?" And I was like, No.
Definitely not. You're like on the set with Tom Holland, like, just set.
No.
Tom, should I go
I'm
back?
good. No, I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can pay my college loan now. How did the whole Spider-Man thing come about?
it was really crazy. I throughout drama school, I was fortunate enough to know my first manager, who isn't with me anymore. He was basically helping me find like auditions and stuff to go to like during my downtime, and Spider-Man ended up being one of them. And it was a really big shock. You know, it was very hard for me to.
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. You're so cute. What's your name?
That's Kalea, my goddaughter.
Kalea.
Yes, jump on the bed. Go ahead, just jump on the
bed. Sorry.
That's very Hawaii. It's a Hawaii thing for sure.
Yeah.
She just doesn't stop bothering me. But
good.
She's a fan.
Yeah, she's so crazy. She really enjoys watching like Teen Umizoomi and stuff right now. So it's all that all day. But yeah, Spider-Man happened to be one of them, and I at first didn't really think anything of it. You know, I was very much like jaded to the whole idea of like, there's no way I'm going to be in a Marvel movie. So you know, I did the audition and everything, and it all just sort of happened. It all kind of sort of fell through for me. And I just haven't looked back since, I guess.
Did you know anybody else that was auditioning for Ned? Did you see anybody or hear about anybody?
Yeah, there was. So it was really crazy. You know, I think for myself, just they flew me out to like Burbank in California to do like a screen test, and at that point, I was so like, I didn't even know what to expect anymore. Like I thought everything that I had gone through before that was just more than enough for me. I didn't need to do anything else. But yeah, there was two people ahead of me that at that screen test as well.
Names, Jacob. One name.
Did they have names?
I don't know if they've actually done anything.
Have you seen them before lately?
Were they looking? Were they? Is it all different?
It was all actually very different.
Right.
People. And I mean, the other kid that was actually like right next to me for it, like the person that they were like choosing between, was this like smaller Asian kid, and he's like really nice. His name is Ethan. He was actually in Homecoming. He was the little Asian kid that was playing chess when we were. It's like such a basic
that
scene.
Must have been hard for him to see you take the rope.
He's actually a very sweet kid, and he's really funny. Like he's unbelievably funny. Like and I just think that they wanted to go a different way. And I mean, I'm lucky. Like I would have been happy doing what Ethan was. Like I didn't expect to have any sort of part.
I can't see anyone else playing that role now.
Totally.
No, for real.
And we're from Hawaii, so we're always going to be on your side. So.
But if you need a stand-in...
Oh, boy.
Look.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah. Way to insert yourself.
I'll let you know if I'm
Way to insert yourself.
in Hawaii. I'll let you know.
Yes, for sure. I think the three of us need to do a short film or something.
Well, confirm without you getting like busted by, the Avengers police, but you're going to be in the Spider-Man 3, correct?
Yeah.
That is confirmed, or will we get you in trouble? Will you get demerits if you tell us?
I think people know that it's still going to be filmed, so I think it's all right to say.
Yeah, so you're in it, right? Like, there's no Spider-Man without you. Come on.
I mean, why? I don't want to say that. That coming out of my mouth just sounds braggadocious.
Well, here's the other question. So when they were beefing, because this Hawaii thing. When Sony and the Avengers universe, were you nervous? Were you following it? Were you reading Variety? Like, are you that guy now? Or?
I feel like not particularly. I think we were all very much just aware of it, and we were willing to continue making the third movie without being in the Marvel universe. But thankfully everything got worked out, and
you guys were like divorced kids. You were just waiting for your parents to stop fighting.
Yeah. I mean, we were.
I'll go to whoever's house. I don't care.
I mean, I was happy I still had a job, so I don't.
Awesome.
That's very local.
Wait, we want to talk more about superheroes in a minute. We're gonna take a little break. This show is brought to you by Hawaii Votes by Mail. All right, Scott Nago here. This is the time to vote, right? But we can't go to the polls. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so there'll be no polling places this year. Everything will be done by mail. First, you have to register to vote. The deadline to register to vote is July 9th. You can do that by going into our website, elections.hawaii.gov, or filling out an application. Once you're registered, you get your ballot automatically in the mail starting July 21st.
Okay.
From there, you just got to fill it out, turn it in, and mail it back.
And this isn't the ballot, but everyone got this in the mail, correct?
Correct. That signifies you're registered to vote. Also, it has important dates on it.
All right. And if they have any more information, what is the website again?
elections.hawaii.gov, or you can call our office at 453-VOTE.
453-VOTE. This is a big change for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be the new normal.
It is.
Right? And if you're a kupuna, because kupunas love to go to the polls, you have to vote by mail.
Correct. So you just look for your ballot in the mail starting July 21st. Just fill it out, sign the envelope, and return it.
And if you kupuna need help, just call. All right? Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
It's a Hawaii thing. You know, you talk about Hawaii. City Mill is always mentioned in that conversation. How long has City Mill been open, and who opened it?
Well, we're 121 years old now, and my grandfather came here from China as a young immigrant in like the 1870s, went to Lanai School, befriended Dr. Sun Yat-sen, who had a long friendship with him, and then he worked as a tailor, but he worked various jobs, and then finally he decided, I want to start my own business. So in 1899,
wow,
he started City Mill, and people think, oh, that's a retail home improvement store. Well, City Mill was actually started as a rice mill and lumber importers.
Was in the same location on Nimitz? Is that the original one?
No, actually, if you go down, it's like a shocking thing. We just found out where the original one. If you go down Nimitz Highway, right before River Street, there's some construction there, and there's a white square building, and that's where the original City Mill. The city came to us and said, hey, we think we found the original City Mill, and that's going to be a stop on the rail, and they're going to use that as a historical building to store bikes. So that's going to be refurbished. And
how many generations, City Mill?
Three generations over the 121 years. And so we have my sister and I are the third generation, and we have my nephew, Evan, who's coming into the business. He's in his 30s. And then there's 3 grandchildren who are like between 6 months and 2.5 years old.
Nice. So, and you guys sell everything there, from plants, nails, paint, air conditioners, everything you need for a home, really.
Yes,
right?
Lumber, building materials, plumbing, hardware, and just all kinds of things. And
I can walk around there for an hour, and I'll leave with like 50 things, and all I needed was a nail.
Well, thank you, but it's better. You'll feel better once you get home and you have all this equipment, and you'll feel like you can take care on any project.
City Mill, it's a Hawaii thing. Thank you.
Hey, Melly James from Mana Up. How are you?
Good. Thanks, Brooke, for having me on the show.
It's like Christmas every time you come on the show because I want to get into some of these products. So let's talk about some of your cohorts.
Yeah. So, Mana Up, we are here to help expand opportunities for local product entrepreneurs here on the islands. And we've always had some great entrepreneurs here. But it's always been like our best kept secret. So we started it as an accelerator to really kind of pump the juice and like get them some more business training, access to capital, mentors, and resources. And so I'm looking forward to sharing some of these products.
These are like your children. These are like, you've watched them grow. You've sort of helped them sort of, blossom. So let's talk about some of these.
All right. I know it's hard to choose your 51 favorite when you have 51 children.
Yeah.
But here are a few of our best sellers actually at our House of Mana Up retail location at the Royal Hawaiian.
Okay.
Which we also have on our e-com, which is houseofmanaup.com. So this one here is Big Island Coffee Roasters. It is edible coffee, the first of its kind ever to be in the world that's actually just edible coffee, no chocolate. It's actually 3 espresso shots in this bar. So don't accidentally eat this before
the whole
bed.
Bar,
You'll be like vacuuming till like 4 a.m.
But it's a lot easier to travel with than say a cup of coffee. So you just put that in your bag.
I always have one in my purse.
Got it.
So I need a little pick me up between meetings.
Yeah,
and then you go to someone's office and they have terrible coffee. Now you don't have to deal with that. You just have your own. This one here is Manoa chocolate. This is a breakfast bar. Hawaii is the only state in the United States that you can grow cacao. So it's really bean to bar. They grow the cacao here. It's local in Hilo and other places on the islands.
Right.
And they have their facility in Kailua. Nice. And Manoa actually means deep and vast, which is why they named the chocolate Manoa chocolate.
Got it.
Next, we have Melly Wraps, which is a sustainable kind of reusable cellophane.
And it's not yours just because your name is Melly, right? They just have it because it's sustainable and it's just wax, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
So you can cover dishes and stuff like that.
Nice, nice.
And this last one here is Nick Kuchar. It's awesome art that he does here.
Okay, very vintage.
Very vintage. People love it. And so these are some of our best sellers. We do various gift sets at our houseofmanaup.com site where you can kind of package different entrepreneurs and different stories. We always love doing storytelling on our site. So you can really get to know these entrepreneurs who are making these awesome products here.
Nice. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brooke.
So who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite,
like growing up, who was your favorite superhero?
I mean, not to like. I mean, I definitely probably the first superhero movie I watched was probably Spider-Man. But I think in terms of like being an actual like nerd, I feel like I was never truly into reading comics and stuff like that. The movies definitely really made me interested in like the lore of it though, like all the stories.
But let's be clear, because you're young. Which Spider-Man did you watch?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
I guess like the first like big budget Hollywood like Spider-Man one. Not like the old movie or the old cartoon.
That's awesome. So you're gonna be trying to get any of these movies to shoot some in Hawaii?
Why you gotta pressure a guy?
He has the power.
Wow.
You have the power to suggest now.
You have the power.
I would love to. I feel like I'd love to. I just feel like Hawaii would be too stimulating for me. I feel like I would never go to work. I would just like skip work. Nothing would be filmed.
You should tell them the story. Jacob, tell him the story that you told me at Hawaii Film Festival. Every time he comes home, you will relate as a Filipino. All right. But tell him what happens every time you come home.
Every time I come home, I mean, basically what I do is eat all kinds of Filipino, like all kind of food, like literally. And my sister's husband loves to cook. And when I first got home, like this past year, he like roasted a whole like lechon, and it was probably the most. It was like so. It was like. Like I can't even. It was so perfect, and like when you eat the skin with rice, and like you just dip it in the banana ketchup.
See what I'm saying? He's like real deal.
Or the vinegar and garlic.
He's not like faux Filipino. Like he's full blown. Like Waipahu.
Are you living Are you in New York?
I was living in New York, but since like the virus.
Have you been to Jeepney or Harlika?
Yeah.
Any of those Filipino
Where
restaurants?
do you go when you're in New York? Like where do you get fixes?
Yeah.
I actually haven't been eating it too much since I've been in New York. But I've been living in Connecticut for a while because I can't even get an apartment.
I'm gonna set you up with the owners of Jeepney and Harlika.
Man.
I actually met them.
Oh, did you?
Like
Filipino Network.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really awesome.
Nicole.
They're super awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you going to take him to the Philippines?
I want to bring you to the Philippines. That's another discussion.
Here's the thing about Lanai. He's like the Moses of the Philippines. He like collects all the lost Filipinos and takes you all back to the motherland and makes you big stars and you guys do commercials. Me not so much because I'm not Filipino. Okay.
You see, my mom has been dying to take me to the Philippines, and
they will lose your mind, bruh. If you go to the
Wait, you haven't been yet?
I was recently doing like a press tour in Asia by myself, and I was in Manila.
Okay.
For like a day and a half, basically.
Did they attack you?
No, I mean actually it was actually pretty calm. I feel like it was like the security there was a lot more like they acted as if I was like a politician or something. Like
they can get crazy, They can get crazy.
They flipped a bus when Miss Universe was there for the pageant. They literally flipped a bus over with the girls in it.
Because they're in the Philippines. It's a flip thing. But I want to bring you there. We're going to talk after this because we're cleaning up the oceans in the Philippines for Pride for Philippines.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I want to get you involved. It's a Hawaii Thing is brought to you by Hawaii Votes by Mail. Don't forget, you have to vote by mail this year.
And there's no polls.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
Because, the virus.
Right, and if you're a kapuna and you're having trouble with the computer, it's going to come to you in your mailbox.
Yes.
Yeah, it's real simple. They're making it easy, dummy-proof for all of us to do.
Right.
And it's just going to be, I think it's going to be the new thing.
And it's not a choice, just be clear. Because some people could mail in before, and then if you wanted to go, you could go.
Who are you voting for?
No can go now.
We're not about to discuss that, right?
What?
Who are you voting for?
I'm not telling you.
You're gonna vote on the ballot, though.
And
right?
besides, this is Hawaii. Hasn't everybody not even like the people that are running? Aren't they still signing papers?
I think so.
We don't even know. We don't even
but
know
just
yet.
make sure you check your mailbox.
Keeping my options open.
Are you kidding? I think you should run one day.
Oh, please.
You should. Just a district at least or something.
School superintendent. That's
We live Pro City, right?
cafeteria monitor. Okay.
Elections.hawaii.gov if you need more information on that. And vote.
But it's going to come in your mailbox.
Vote. It's coming in your mailbox. But if you need information, go to the website.
Okay.
All right. What does your family think of all this? What's going on with you?
I think they're just happy that I'm not not homeless.
In OCCC?
Yeah, I think they're glad I'm not I feel like they've been to like my premieres and stuff like that, and they've seen stuff. I just don't know if they like understand fully the extent of
They're proud though.
What it's
when
like.
she
Yeah,
goes
no,
to Longs, she's bragging for sure.
That's what I'm.
Filipino parents,
definitely.
yeah.
They may not understand my job, but they are definitely super happy for me and proud, and again, just really, really.
Do they have a little shrine of you at the house next to Mary?
Definitely. No, definitely not.
Really? We're gonna work on that.
No, it's all right.
Wait, so when you go to the premieres, do you take all of them, or do you have to limit? Because there's a limit.
It's hard to take them all. So like the last two, I took the first movie. I took my mom, my sister, and my brother. And
look
then
at you
the
flexing.
second one, I brought my mother and my sister and my aunt.
Wow.
So yeah,
a lot of haters in your family going, "When's it my turn?"
I'm
your favorite uncle. Why am I not on set?
It's something that is discussed a lot. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And it's
what is it that you're working on next, Jacob?
Nothing at the moment.
Spider-Man 3.
Well,
it's on hold.
Yeah.
Because pandemic.
Yeah, there was a lot of things I feel like I had my hand in for a bit, but since the virus, I feel like I'm not able to partake in those jobs anymore. But it's all right. Like I'd much rather have people get better and have the earth heal and stuff like that.
Are you doing at this point in your career? Are you doing the auditions every day, or do they just call you to come and do auditions? You can be honest.
I'm trying to sound as diplomatic
both,
as possible.
Yeah.
Like I definitely get phone calls and stuff like that. I take a lot of meetings. I don't necessarily do auditions. But it's nice to be thought of in that sense. Having a director.
Just so you know, we both still do auditions.
Talking to.
A lot. I do a lot of auditions. I get nothing.
He gets nothing.
Yeah.
I keep going. All I'm saying is keep going, Lanai, all the way.
Yeah, you inspire me, brother. I'm gonna keep going.
Hey.
What do you want to do? Is there anything that you want to do? In the movie business?
I think what most people in Hawaii are like, are you going to move home eventually? Is that a thing? Especially your mom. She emailed us. No, I'm joking.
I'm so glad she doesn't know how to use a computer. But I really just want to get a lot more stable, just, in my career, just in terms of financial stability. I want to get like a house and everything and do the whole bit and write my own movies and produce my own things.
Yes.
Like all those sort of things. I think it's but I feel like this is like really douchey of me, but I love being on camera. Like I love being the center of attention. So it's hard for me.
Loves you, Jacob.
Yeah, it loves you. Yes. You give all us round people hope.
What does that even mean?
I always get this thing of like you have a round face, and that's why. It's
so
sexy.
when you buy your house, do you buy it on the East Coast, West
Kalihi.
Coast?
He's gonna buy it in Kalihi.
That's the question.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a whole plot in Kalihi.
Yeah.
And just keep it green.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have 3 families on it, like you should in Kalihi. We're going to take a break, Jacob. Don't go anywhere. This show brought to you by Hawaii Votes by Mail. Don't forget, you have to go to the polls this year.
It's the year of 100 years of women's right to vote. So,
it is. So 1920 was the first
suffrage.
Time. Yes. But you have to go to the poll because of COVID, and we want to encourage all the kupuna because, you don't know how to use a laptop.
Jacob votes via mail.
Yeah,
Don't you, Jacob?
You have... You have to vote. Don't forget, it's by ballot. It's going to come in your mailbox. You can go to elections.hawaii.gov.
No polls this year.
No, if you need information. So make sure you go and do that. Also,
no grumble.
Yeah, you can't grumble at all. Yeah. It's a Hawaii thing brought to you by City Mill. You got to check out City Mill for your paint supplies, your bucket. You know those yellow buckets?
Yes, I do know the yellow
Every
buckets.
local person has a yellow bucket.
When you do parades, you put all of the protea in the buckets when you put them on.
When you sit in the garage, you
Yes.
sit on the bucket.
Okay.
When you go fishing,
I don't personally.
you put your bait in the bucket.
I don't do that either, but
Everyone
I pick
has
flowers and we put all of the stalks in the buckets to keep them
What else can you
fresh.
use with the bucket that local people do?
Ice,
They put ice in it, correct?
sand.
Yes.
I don't know. What
You
else.
shouldn't be taking the sand in the bucket, but yes, you can put sand in there. Yeah.
My bad. Pearl City, sorry.
Yes. We also got to send a shout out to Mana Up. Mana Up offers local Hawaii products you can buy online. You can support our entrepreneurs. I think they have over 38 entrepreneurs on this. Yes. It's awesome. Quality products by buying from Mana Up store, Mana Up Hawaii or manuphawaii.com.
We're going to send some to Jacob.
Yes, we are.
Slippers, Manoa chocolate.
You need new slippers.
All kinds of stuff, buddy.
I've been waiting.
Since we're on this subject, what is the thing that you miss most about Hawaii?
I think besides like my family and my friends, it's probably the food. Probably the food's probably number one. I feel like not a lot of people on the mainland can like emulate, like Hawaii cooking, unless like they're from Hawaii and they like take it out here. But
what type of food do you miss? You mentioned lechon.
It's gonna be Filipino, number one.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably like a lot of Filipino food. Like a lot of Korean barbecue or like like garlic fried chicken or like zippies or something like just a lot of like comfort food. I feel like
Where's your go-to when you come home?
Probably Mitsuken.
Oh yes.
Dang.
Yes.
That was deep.
That's School Street.
It's
that's right by the school. Right by Damien.
It's right across the dealership. Right when you get off that exit to go to Cleveland.
Right.
See, now people didn't really believe you were like local, like come on, now they know. You threw down the car, Jacob.
Yeah.
See, street cred.
Do you cook?
Not as much. I'm definitely not that good of a cook, but I try to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Really though?
Yes.
What is healthy Filipino food? Go.
Pinakbet, sari-sari, sinigang. Come on, Jacob, jump in.
Is that healthy?
all of those I could eat like so much of it. It turns not to be healthy, like because I eat so much of it. It's like
right.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of vegetables.
What about bagaong?
Bagaong is fish paste. We don't eat. We just green mango
is that
and
not
bagaong.
what's in the egg? What's in the egg?
That's
What's in
balut.
the egg?
Do you eat balut?
The almost hatched bird.
Do you eat balut?
When I was like younger, definitely. I used to eat go on too. But go on after I found out it was like fried blood.
Is that the curry special? That's the pig blood, right?
Oh yes. I used to eat it till I was about 7 years old, and then my grandfather asked me to come to the backyard and cut the pig's neck.
And you watched it? God damn.
No more. Can't do it
That's
anymore.
tough. It's hard to go back after that, especially like it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, once you go to the dark side, oh boy.
Yeah.
No can after that. Yeah. Chocolate meat they call that.
Nope.
Yeah, chocolate meat, exactly.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
What is it besides the food that you miss about home?
Probably just like the sort of sense of community that the Hawaii's always had. I think, in the mainland society sort of like not like away from each other, but people tend to not be as open. I have a friend, Marcus, and he's from Oahu too, and he went to St. Louis, and I hate his guts, but
Again, local.
Yeah, but he's like so Hawaii, even though he's moved away for so long. He'll talk to anybody and everybody, like at the gym, at Best Buy, at the store. Like he'll talk to anybody, and I'll just be standing there waiting for him to stop talking, and he just doesn't stop. Like
I find myself doing that.
Yeah.
When I travel,
You
I talk to
to
everybody, and my friends are like, "Do you know that guy?" I go, "No," but he's like, "We should."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no.
You never know what could happen.
I lived on the mainland for 22 years, so.
Yeah, it's like
she's Hollywood. Jacob, don't mind. She's Hollywood.
Brown on the outside.
Coconut.
Adapt and survive, people. Adapt and survive.
You know what I gotta say? Right behind you, that's a Hawaii thing, isn't that? That frame, that picture frame behind him.
Look
behind him.
That's actually,
Doesn't every local family have that?
Well, yeah, definitely a lot of Hawaii families have that. But this is actually a frame from my cousin's wife.
Oh, is she local?
No, she's actually from Iowa. And they sort of
the other
same,
Hawaii.
But they have the same sort of deal, definitely.
Sensibility.
Yeah, like they definitely
corn instead of terror.
Like my mom guys definitely have frames like this back at their house.
Sure.
It's not crazy.
do you do a lot of the Hawaii Hollywood parties or any of these get-togethers?
Just say yes. Just say yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you run into any of the other Hawaii actors? Like, have you run into Aquaman?
No, I actually haven't. I haven't met.
Jason.
No one's seen Jason. He's like a figment of people's imagination.
yeah.
He's a hologram.
He really is not real.
My cousin Chris actually got married in Kauai, like last year or 2 years ago, and he was on a beach. And he said like this bummy guy was right next to his family, and then by the time he realized it was Jason Momoa, and he didn't even know because he looks so like from Hawaii that he didn't expect.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's so awesome. Yeah. He's like super cool like that. I really enjoyed
my first big acting gig was with Jason on Baywatch.
Wow.
Yeah, so I go back that far with him, but now he doesn't return my calls.
He doesn't want you to talk
doesn't
about
return my
it.
calls now.
No.
Yeah. We used to surf, Makaha.
He wants to bury all those memories.
No return calls.
Nope, don't ever mention Baywatch.
Brooke is the only one that's ever kept in touch with me.
Am I really?
Just since high school. Yeah.
Says a lot about
we know
me.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Says a lot about
me. No, Brooke's a good person, that's why.
Aww.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm here again with Melly James from Mana Up. Hi, Melly.
Hi, Brooke. Thanks for having us.
Another cohort. I'm so excited when you bring cohorts.
So today we have Amber Tebow, who's the founder of Coco Moon, a company based in Kailua that creates absolutely amazing baby clothes. And we've loved having her in our program. She's a graduate, really looking to scale and grow her business. And so I'd love, Amber, if you could share more about Coco Moon.
Sure. So first of all, thank you so much for including me in the Mana Up program. It's been such an amazing experience. But about Coco Moon, we make buttery soft baby essentials. So things ranging from baby blankets, baby clothes, kind of all of the things that you really want close to baby during those early days. And also we've expanded to items for mothers as well, because we've heard so many stories about mothers borrowing their baby blankets. So we made some products for them as well.
Awesome. And how's it been with the Mana Up program?
It's been wonderful just to have exposure to kind of all of these different global opportunities, as well as different resources that I didn't even know existed. And then also the community that we've gained as part of the process as well. We've got amazing leadership with Melly and Brittany, and then all of the members of the cohorts are just such a great community of support for each other.
Got it.
Yeah, we've loved working with Amber. She's such a hustler. She really is an executor, and I'll tell you, her stuff sells so well in our House of Mana Up retail location at the Royal. I think even though it's like baby swaddles, people buy them as like soft scarves to wear on the airplane. So you can actually find that in one of our gift sets that we have here, that we do put together different local product entrepreneurs and different things and do storytelling inside of our retail location as well as our e-commerce at houseofmanaup.com.
Got it. Because the story is important, because you guys really sort of help them develop their narratives as well, because it's really about the story.
Yeah.
It's
about that creative and authentic narrative of the way the world learns about Hawaii and our entrepreneurs that are creating great things here.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show today. Really appreciate you guys being here. And everybody can find you guys at houseofmanaup.com. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You know, Hawaii, we love to eat, so we had to bring in the specialist. Ann Lee's here from Dining Out. What are we going to eat this week?
So I recently spoke with Chai. He closed due to the COVID-19, but he recently opened for Mother's Day and he killed it. So he's offering takeout now. We really have to support our local restaurants. He's been around for 30 years, but he's actually going to be celebrating 7 years at his Pacifica location. There will be a Father's Day options, very similar to how he did Mother's Day.
Okay.
Details will come. If you subscribe to our Star Advertiser every Sunday, we have a dining out section.
Yes.
We're also online, so dining.staradvertiser.com.
All right.
You can also follow us on Instagram, diningout_Hawaii.
And we're giving away some food.
We are. Chef Chai has graciously given us a $100 gift card for us to give away, and we'll be promoting that on our Instagram. Details to come for that.
All right, check them out. Good luck. Thank you, Ann. So when do you think you guys are gonna be back in production? Is there any word? Have they called you?
I haven't been told anything specific. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I know that we're still going on the same date. I don't know if that's something I can share.
I wouldn't try it.
Go ahead.
Don't.
Well, so as far as I know, I'm sure we're going to continue on.
You got the script already?
No.
Oh, you didn't get the script yet?
Here's what I'm going to put out into the world. Like, Disney Plus has their own station, and like all these other vendors have their own TV shows. Ned needs a TV show. Bro.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of spin-off.
Come on.
I really
Let's make it happen.
For a while. I feel like it's been something that's been like thrown into the ether, but I definitely haven't done it.
Because Lanai's going to be texting, calling, be like, I could be your other Filipino brother. I could be like,
I have a little bit of acting skills.
No,
and I can see the whole scenario. He's at Spider-Man's house, and that spider that bit him actually bites Ned, and then Ned has a little bit of that Spider-Man juice, and they become a dynamic duo.
That's something that's ambitious. I like that. It's very
putting it out in the universe.
Or you just busted him because that's the Spider-Man 3.
Is that what it's
now the Spider-Man police are going to come and drag him out of his place on the East Coast, and then we're going to blame you, Lanai. We're going to blame you because they don't joke around, right?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Who is that? It's Kevin.
The complexity of the storyline is getting really good.
I forget.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah, but they're like they clamp down. Like there's no joke. Yeah.
No, he's pretty. I mean, not only is he like super intelligent, but he's like also like a really big fan of Marvel. So he knows, like what fans would want and what should they expect and stuff. Like he's really on top of it. It's really his show.
Right.
All right, we got a couple minutes. We're gonna just fire up some questions, and you just answer right away. No math questions. I know he's Asian, but no math questions.
We did bad at math and Damien.
Your last meal would be where in Hawaii?
My last meal.
Better say your mom's.
I was gonna say probably with my family at her house. My auntie's like been my favorite cook since like the beginning of time.
Nice. So say her name. Say her name, Jacob.
Oh, Auntie Ling. Yeah.
There you go. Favorite beach in Hawaii?
See, my favorite beach in Hawaii. Oh gosh.
Dig deep. Kauaina. Like deep.
There's probably oh my god, it's like not even on Oahu. It's like Kauai.
Go ahead.
I'm so bad at names right now.
It's okay. It's on Hawaii. It's on Kauai. It's in Hawaii.
Yeah, just say it's a secret beach and you don't want people to go. So
it's a beach on Kauai that no one will ever know because if people go there, I can't go there anymore.
All right.
There you go.
Your last one. Your favorite island snack.
Shredded cuttlefish.
Oh, that's the one you eat on the airplane. That's the one you bring on the airplane and everyone gets mad at you.
You are so deeply local. I am so proud of you. Like I thought you were. Affected.
Jacob, thank you so much, brother, for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Seriously,
joining us all the way from the East Coast.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Stay safe.
Cool.
We're gonna follow you on Instagram. Follow us back.
We're gonna send you a bunch of stuff.
Yes, thank you so much.
From us to you
Yeah.
to say thank you for being famous and represent.
Thank you.
And then Lanai will hit you up to be on your
perfect
TV show. Yeah.
Congratulations on everything too.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Aloha, brother.
Bye guys.
It's a Hawaii thing. Whoa. It's a Hawaii thing.